Collector. There's a debt that must be paid. You can either pay, or I can absolve you of it if you come to work for me. Debtor. What if I want to pay? Collector. Why would you want to pay? Debtor. Because I can pay my own debts. I don't need you. Also, it doesn't make any sense for you to pay for something you did not do. Collector. You can't pay this debt. Debtor. Well, I don't care. The punishment doesn't even fit the crime. I'd rather go down on principle. Collector. The punishment doesn't even fit the crime, you say. Let's say there's a universal agreement that every time you accidentally or not take somebody else's life, you must pay 20 cows instead of forfeiting your life. If you didn't have 20 cows, you'd very much appreciate the absolution. However, since you own 20 million cows, you abuse your power. Therefore, you can pay your debt, but there's no reason for you to stop taking lives. Debtor. So? Collector. So, we can't have that. We must treat others as we ourselves would like to be treated. How much would you like if, after every time I and my buddies brutally gang raped you and your family, we paid you? Or better yet, an eye for an eye, correct? We gang rape you, and then you do it to us. Would that be preferable? Debtor. No. Even wanting revenge, I would never want to stoop as low as you. And I sure wouldn't want that for my family members. Collector. Okay, so what do you think has to be done with us? We only feel like we should have to continue paying for our freedom of exertion of evil, make up for our past deeds without having to truly change, or possibly make others become just like us, as despicable as us, for a sense of justice and retribution. Is that the world you want to live in? Debtor. I don't care about the world we live in. Collector. You didn't answer my previous question. What do you think has to be done with people like us? If you cared. Debtor. Throw you in the garbage. Collector. Why? Debtor. Because you are rotten and are spreading it to others. Collector. I can absolve you of your debt, you know? Come work for me, and I'll cleanse you. Debtor. I don't want to or need to be cleansed, as you say. I don't see any filth. You do. I'm fine as I am. I like who I am. You're the one who has a problem, so maybe we should get rid of you. Collector. You know that's not true. You know how rotten and filthy the world is. You're just used to it. When I cleanse you, you won't even recognize yourself. You will loathe yourself for who you used to be and what you used to do. Debtor. So, you're going to brainwash me? Collector. Do you know the difference between being drunk and sober? The decisions you make when under the influence while it's still you? I'll remove every bad influence from your life, and for the first time you will be truly sober. Debtor. Okay. But you can't expect me to be held accountable for something I was born with and was conditioned to since childhood by my environment. Collector. Yeah, that's not an excuse. The people that have hurt you and will continue to do it, they were also born with it. They were also conditioned since childhood by their environment. But you would expect that with time they would mature and realize that the way they grew up wasn't right. There's another manner of behavior, but unfortunately, they accept it. They make excuses for it, even seeing the damage caused by it. So, I know you understand why people like that must be thrown in the garbage. Those who suppress the truth in unrighteousness. But I don't want that for them. I want to cleanse them. I want to pay their debts. But only if they agree to come work for me. I won't do it otherwise. Debtor. Why? Collector. First, there's a cost for everything. Everything in existence is relational and conditional. And second, and most important, because I'm the only one who can guarantee you will never get into debt again. Debtor. Okay. But why do we have to be yours? Why do we have to be your slaves? Collector. Look here, that's a foolish question. What are you not a slave to?